everybody and welcome back to the AEI Stadium where we've got live action coming to you from the AEI Stadium. It's Gosport Borough hosting Gloucester City. As for Gosport Borough, there are a few changes from the side that lost to Hungerford. We're just waiting for this kickoff to get us underway, and we are underway here at the AEI Stadium. It was Hanks kicking us off. And now Gloucester looking to take it down to this left-hand channel. Numbers flooding into the Gosport box. It's gone back into Wildig. And now the Watts player going for a shot. And it just, in the end, found Henry Blackledge. Although Gosport just won it back in the left-hand channel. Michael Fernandez looking to go for a shot. And Ethan Taylor unable to get on the end of it. And Gloucester still coming forward through Wildig before he goes into Lewis. Lewis does drill in his cross. And it's a header there from Phillips who nods it just wide. Simpson now striding forward, gets better of Michael Fernandez. Now lining up a shot. It's straight down the throat of Henry Blackledge. Comfortable save from the Luton loanee. Simpson through ball into Hanks. Hanks lining up a shot. In the end, just wide of the right post. Phillips goes inside a Gosport substitute. Benny Reid gets across his cross. But it finds Harry Kavanagh, who heads it straight into Wildig. Wildig into Simpson. Edge in the box. Simpson holds it up well for his Gloucester teammate. Ball comes into Pinchard, who lines up a shot. And it flies into the back of the net. It's the Tigers who rip into Gosport as they take the lead.
And free kick given for handball against Gosport Borough in a very difficult position here, and it's taken quickly, James.
Ellis Watts lining up a shot, but it's well saved by Henry Blackledge, who had to get down low to gather it.
There's no intensity.
Kavanagh through ball into Trevor Caborn. He chases it down. Acres of space down the right-hand side. Caborn cross in, finds a header of Ethan Taylor, and it was a powerful header at goal, forcing a good stop there from Thompson. Oh, Gloucester have a chance here in front of goal. Simpson turns and he slots it in the back of the net. Gloucester double their advantage. And it's Simpson who finds his 14th goal of the season. An emphatic finish from the striker. Turned, slotted home. Gloucester at the moment heading for the 3 points, Matt. Caborn dinking the ball. Can it reach Dan Woodin? Yes, it can. Dan Woodin lines up a shot. It forces a save from Thompson, who had to get down low to gather it. Caborn pulling a pass back, forces a save from Thompson, although he did spill it. Unfortunately, Casimir couldn't make it count, and the referee has just blown the whistle for full time. As it finishes here, Gloucester City 2, Gosport Borough 0. Mark, a 2-0 defeat away against Gloucester, just were not at it.
No, I think probably over the course of the game, that's a fair assessment, but you know, first half very even. I sound like a bit of a broken record now, but you know, we've had a really good chance in the first half and we've not taken it. We've had another really good chance in the second half. The header, the first one, we've somehow scuffed it and not got onto it. And you know, another moment of brilliance from them. You know, the lad steps in on his left foot from outside the box and fires it in. And I think that the biggest thing for me personally is that once that goal went in, it looked to me like one or two of ours had checked out at that point, and that's not acceptable, and that's something we've got to deal with, because you know, there's an office full of staff in there, and there's a ground full of crowd, and plenty of players that would die and would, you know, put their body on the line and would make blocks and would do their damnedest to stop that, and one or two tonight have not shown that after we scored, and that's something we've got to address. That's the most disappointing thing for me. Intensity towards the end of the game, it was almost like we'd accepted our fate, and that's certainly not a team that's reflective of us as a group, and that's not on.
We said throughout large parts of that game on the commentary, it sort of felt like a friendly. There was just no intensity from Gosport shown.
Yeah, I think it was a very bit, and I used the term to Glenn, and we both. It was a bit of a game of chess, really. The way they'd set up, we set up slightly differently again, and I think we both nullified each other. We stopped them playing through what is usually a box to them, and they stopped us going through. They went round the outside a couple of times, got crosses into the box, but by and large, we defended them, and likewise. And I think we had the best chance when the ball comes across the 6-yard box there or the penalty spot, and Eve just is off balance and scuffs it, and Hish probably doesn't quite react like he should. And those moments are key, and we're getting caught by them moments at the moment. It's like gilt-edged chances, we're not taking them, and then we seem to be falling foul of that at the other end. We should have put more pressure on the football for both the goals, and those key moments, those key lapses are costing us dear at the moment, and we've now clearly got a lot of work to do.
You also mentioned about a few of those opportunities, certainly some great opportunities to get onto the score sheet, but now a number of games recently in which we haven't scored in, and it feels like it's just been a running question recently, just toothless in front of goal.
Yeah, but I think that's probably not a bad way of describing it, but I think there's lots of old sayings and old adages, but you've got to be creating the chances to miss them. You've got to get people in the right positions to miss them, and we are doing that. We are creating chances the last few games, whether it be Hungerford, whether it be Hanwell, whether it be here tonight. We're creating good chances. Like I said, the one that got flashed across, the header, one the goalkeeper parries at the end. We are creating those moments. We're getting the ball into the right area. We're just not being ruthless enough, and it really, really matters. And we've now created a mountain for ourselves. We've now got to come back here on Saturday, 2 days' time, and beat Chertsey. And we're going to have to beat Sholing when they come here, and we're going to have to start winning some football matches very, very quickly, which we're capable of, more than capable of. We weren't outplayed tonight. Their manager, very respectfully, has complimented us on the way we played and how we played, and thought it was a very difficult game. And he agreed that 2 moments of magic for them have turned the game.
Do you think it's also we have to remember that Gloucester, they're a great side still looking for the playoffs?
Yeah, but there's they are one of the top sides for a reason. They've come out of National South. They're a very, very, very big football club. I think they're full-time manager, the hybrid model. They're a very, very good side. So probably by and large, if we were on a slightly better run, we're not beating ourselves up too much about what happened tonight. But I think it's the manner of the way it happened which is concerning us in there.
What was said at full time then in the dressing room?
I think it's probably best not to share everything that was said, because it's you've got to keep stuff in the dressing room. But I think we expect people now to reflect yet again on what's happened, to prepare properly for Saturday, because we're getting ourselves in a position now. We've got to win some games of football, and we've got to turn up. We've got to be present, and we've got to want to be here, and we've got to want to win football matches more than the next team. That's what it's going to take. It's quite simple. You can talk about patterns, talk about tactics, talk about shapes. Well, we're producing all of those. We're just not producing the moments.
And how do you look ahead now to Chertsey? Obviously a big game, Chertsey, another team in around the playoff zone, so another good test for Gosport.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only good thing. After Saturday's result, as down as we were, you haven't got to wait long before we were in last night, and we're back out there. So it's, you can put those demons behind you. And now we've only got 2 days before we play again Saturday. So lads have got to rest, the lads have got to recover properly, because there's some bodies that have been right up against it tonight. And then we've just got to come back Saturday and try and regain focus, because we've got to try and find some confidence from somewhere, because at the end of the game we look like a team very short on confidence, and the lads aren't generally like that. So we've got some work to do, but that's why we're here. We've got the resources. We just need to probably apply ourselves now, and like I keep saying, we've got to try and not press the panic button. I forget how many games there are left, but there's going to be a lot of points dropped. All the teams are going to drop points. We've let everyone back in, but we just need to go. We just need to find a run from somewhere, and if we find that run, we'll end up where we need to be.